國將會冇辦法脱離歐盟。
經過長達2年半嘅談判，英國人要喺決定脱歐3年之後再投票選擇歐洲議會。示威明顯較上個禮拜激烈，人數亦多咗1倍。內政部勁東風，初時離岸間中吹強風。雙方喺愛爾蘭邊境問題上仍然存有分歧。英國傳媒。
Alright, so I finished up my visa over in Wan Chai. I got my visa, my Z visa, so I can go back into China and go back to my job. And I moved on to also with that I ended my eight night run at the I Guest Hotel, which was a very unpleasant experience, as I spoke of in my last video, or the Roach Resort review. And I've also moved on to another accommodation. This one's called the IW Hotel. It's out in Kowloon, in Kwantong, and it's exceptional. It's at least a 3.5 star, I would say. For the price, you're talking about $500, $600 a night, which is probably the range where you're going to start to find, respectable hotels, or hotels that really want you to return. They're not just out there to kind of take your money and live and use that money on other things. You know what I'm saying? Their investment is the hotel, whereas the I Guest Hotel is they're just taking money, and they're taking their money and they're putting it elsewhere. As far as I know, there's no money going back into that hotel, and they could care less about it. But that's the problem with the Roach hotels. But anyway, enough of that. Avoid that kind of thing. And along with that, my suggestions to anybody who has to do this visa run, or travelers in general coming to Hong Kong, I would say the best thing to do is to try and find places outside the city. Kowloon is a great place to find good bargains on not only accommodations, but also food. Food out here is a little bit cheaper than it is in the Central District. Accommodations certainly are, and they're much better. They're much more respectable. They're much more geared towards travelers. People who need certain courtesies and need certain conveniences when they're traveling, when they're on the road. And so this place is a good thing. I'll show you some of the videos of what it is. I mean, they go to the to the extent to have extra pillows, coffee, water, all your towels, all your combs and toothpaste and toothbrush, shampoo, conditioner, all of that. And that's like, if you're a traveler, that's what you learn to expect from your accommodation, for your money, for your investment. And that's why it's called a guest. You don't invite somebody over to sleep on the floor, and take their money and say, yeah, you can sleep in a garbage bin. You can sleep in the garage, or in the garbage can out back there. There's a nice spot for you. It'll cost you a little bit. So anyway, thumbs up to the IW Hotel. I look forward to coming back to Hong Kong, and this is a place that would definitely be on my itinerary. It's not a place to be ashamed of. You can bring a guest at night, or bring your family. It's a place that would accommodate all of those kinds of travelers. So I give them a 3.5, maybe even a 4. This place is, I would say, almost a notch above even places like standard places like the Home Inn in China, or the Lucky 7 in China, Hating Express. This hotel is probably even above those. I would say it's even a little bit nicer than those, and it's a good price. It's a good price for the night. So my recommendation, IW Hotel. All right, I got some more videos to come to you soon. I'm still trying to when I get back to Xinjiang, we'll start to dig in there and show you a little bit around there. I still have to talk to you about Shane English and my feelings coming out of that job, and I'll do that. I'll get to that once I get back to Xinjiang and settled in again. All right, thanks for watching, and hope to see you next time. This is Sean. Catch you later. Just a couple more things I want to talk about before I sign off. once again, stay outside the city, you know, because the public transportation in Hong Kong is excellent. You got subways, you got trams, you got buses running all the time. The subways can get you anywhere you need to go. If you get in Central, you got that tram running straight up and down, and that's a lot of fun as much as it is cheap and efficient. So there's plenty of ways of getting around, and getting around is rather easy. You know, a lot of times it'll be quicker than anticipated. And along with that is that the people, the pedestrians themselves, tend to be courteous and respectful, except for rush hours. You get in that sort of like person stopping and people on their phones and stopping dead in front of you and crashing into them, and people, it's hard to get around, and rush hours can be pretty hectic on the streets here. But people in general are courteous, they will wait for a green pedestrian light before they cross the street. They'll move to the side and let faster walkers get by on the escalator. Like the people who just want to stand on the escalator, stand to their right. People want to keep walking, walk on the left, and that's kind of one of the courtesies that, sometimes, a lot of times I've seen absent in different cities. It's certainly a courtesy that I'm used to in places like New York City and some of the European cities I've been in. And so, I can relate to that, and I appreciate that to a large extent. That being said, one of the big annoying and frustrating things about Hong Kong is that it's one of those cities where you can't cross the street easily. You got to go find a walkway, or you got to find a tunnel going under the expressways, because a lot of the roads will have fences, and you can either look like an idiot going over trying to get out there and jump over this fence in the middle of rushing traffic, or you can go out of your way and find the walkway and go up and walk across and then go down. It's a lot of time. It takes a lot of time and a lot of energy, sometimes just to get across the road, which should just be like a 1 minute sort of portage, Instead, you got to go up and over. It's just that gets really annoying. That gets frustrating at times. What else? There was one more thing I want to say. Are there drawbacks? Yeah, I was thinking, is there a drawback to this IW hotel? And the only thing I could really come up with was that there's only one elevator, and there's over 20 floors, so it is possible when they're busy that you will have to be waiting at the elevator for a while for it to come up and down. But that's not really a big deal at all, And if it is a big deal, then when you're booking, try and request a floor, one of the lower floors, because then you can use the stairwell. But that being said, they got a cool elevator. The one elevator they do have is they get it rigged up like a nightclub in there, and it's kind of fun and kind of cool to be in it. So that's not bad at all. I guess that's about it. So if you're out here, if you're out traveling Hong Kong, the IW Hotel, put it on your possible accommodations list, and say that I sent you. Not that it'll get you a discount, but keep me in mind, and I hope I did you a service by sending you here. It's certainly a place you can bring kids and guests, and not really feel that you are being discourteous to them, and that they are safe and that they are being well taken care of. All right, then. We'll check you next time. Like I said, stay tuned for more videos. 再见。